Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Front
Uh-huh.
Porch here on WBOK.
Uh-huh.
What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this movie Monday. Today is Monday, June 22nd, and we are in Cancer season. This is my favorite second to Taurus season because some of my most favorite people are Cancers. I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your day and that you have enjoyed your weekend. And I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all of the dads, the daddies, the parents, the papas, the bonus dads, and the men who show up to fill the gap. I hope you had an amazing day on yesterday, and I hope that you are still feeling the love from your families on through the weekend because I hope you all were celebrated thoroughly. And then in addition to that, it was Juneteenth weekend. Boy, this weekend was nonstop. I hope you got into some spaces with some community. I hope that you all were able to get some hugs and some love from your family and friends and people who care about you and want to see you win. That was definitely a part of my weekend. I want to give a thank you to uh, Fox and Rob for inviting my dancing friends and I to participate in the Freedom Ball that took place on Thursday night at the Jazz Museum. And then I want to say thank you to Bethany United Methodist Church, Reverend Eugene Boger, who invited me along with um, Lord have mercy, my brain is going with council members Matthew Willard and also Eugene Green and Dr. I just had her name. I was just talking about her. She's a history professor um, at Southern University in Baton Rouge, and she's also been a professor here. Dr. Bayham. There we go. Dr. Bayham. We were engaged in a conversation about where do we go from here in the Black community. And of course, Bethany is my home church. That is a church where I was baptized. That is a church that basically raised me. My godfather was a pastor there for many years, Reverend William Jones Sr. And my godmother and my parent are both currently attending Bethany right now, and I love that. I'm going to start going. Start going once a month because it's just far. It's far. It's a lot going on Sundays, but definitely I do get to watch on the weekends. But thank you again for the invitation. There's so many great things that are happening over there. Um, there are there are so many points of conversation that we are going to talk about because I do have a clip that we'll play when we come back from the break to start the conversation on how we can collaborate with each other and move everybody forward and not just the the least of us, not just the perceived higher ranks of us so that we all can move forward as a community. So that was amazing. And then I want to give an extra shout out to the alumni of Sarah Towles Reed. Uh, Saturday was their alumni picnic, and my God, we had a time. We had a time. So many different stories to tell you about that. And if you are from New Orleans East, you know that before Sarah T. Reed opened, I think in 1988, it housed Fannie C. Williams Middle School. And so many different stories, so many great things that took place. If you're following me on social media, you've seen quite a few quite a few things that I've posted. I still have content that I have to put out there, but this weekend was literally a movie that started on Thursday, and I feel like I have not rested from it yet. But we're going to get into that and so much more on this Movie Monday. You're listening to The Front Porch here on WBOK. what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hey, this is Steve Poston. Be sure to listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday morning at 10 AM and Sunday evening at 5 PM, bringing you the best Southern Soul barroom music with the Southern Soul Weekend Party Mix, hosted by me, of course. I'll be playing your favorite Southern Soul music by artists from all over the South, right here on WBOK 1230 AM or online at WBOK1230.com. The station you listen to longer. Listen to longer. Listen to longer.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are today's headlines for you. Cleanup continues after a confirmed 9 tornadoes touched down in southeast Louisiana last week. Volunteers were in Avondale over the weekend, providing meals and shelter to those who needed it. They also assessed the damage caused by the storms. Happening today, a groundbreaking ceremony for the long-awaited Ninth Ward Stadium. The new facility plans to include a turf football field, 3,700 seats, a press box, and a scoreboard. It'll serve as the home for George Washington Carver High School, but will also be open for use to all New Orleans public high schools and middle schools. That groundbreaking ceremony is set for this morning at 11 a.m. And early voting is now over ahead of Saturday's runoff election, and we are getting a better idea of just how many made their voices heard. Statewide, over 151,000 people cast their ballot, a sharp drop compared to the last early voting cycle in May. Over 100,000 less people showed up early to vote compared to last month. And that is a look for you at today's headlines. I'm Elizabeth Kubel for WBOK. Have a great day.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared Bro. And here for the intro. Come on in, grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners. Say good morning and sit a spell with us here for the next 3 hours. Here as we cruise the news through a New Orleans focus scope. Don't forget, mind your manners. Say good morning and sit and chill with us and engage because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. The number here is 504-582-9422, and we are located on the campus of Xavier University at the foot of the overpass on Norman C. Francis Parkway. Holla at your girl. Y'all know it's me on Monday and Friday. We'll have some other people fly through here, but of course, we are here to cruise and talk about the news. So much stuff happened this weekend, and I am overjoyed. I was so busy and overjoyed that I did not get to sit in any sadness on yesterday being Father's Day. And y'all know Father's Day for me has been a lot since November 3rd, 22. However, yesterday and the weekend was filled with so much love and activities that I thought about it this morning, and I was like, I didn't even put a picture up of me and my dad. So I did that this morning. I feel good about it, and I'm glad that I didn't have the grief to carry uh, so heavily on yesterday. Good morning. Hey, Riri. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a wonderful time yesterday. I hope that in celebrating your dad and your husband, y'all had a wonderful time. But how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Now go ahead and say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Miss Joyce. How you doing? Good morning to Earl Swami Nelson. Hey, Mark. Mark said, Kimba, I saw the dance that they did to Freedom Song. They were getting down. Well, did you see me? I'm in there and my daughter. Take a close look. Hey, Cam. Good morning, Charles. So, yeah, this weekend was a whole lot of stuff going on. It was a really, really good time. I do want to get uh, get you all to listen to the clip that I pulled on from social media, and it was from the discussion that we had at Juneteenth on Saturday. So Jared's gonna get that queued up, and I may even get that freedom dance thing put in the comments because I don't want to get a copyright strike on that with the music. But some of the conversation that we had in the sanctuary was very honest, and it had many different perspectives, different age groups in the audience, different age group being represented, and willing to have the conversation. And I hope that that is the first of many, because we do need to have continued conversations on how to rebuild, reconnect, and move forward. Because we've been suffering with disconnection, disinformation, our own uh, our own biases without getting information, additional information. And I think it is really, really not just important, but I want to say at some point it's going to become life or death on how we cling to each other and how we support one another. And you don't have to like everybody. I promise you, I don't. But we have to love humanity enough to make sure that we're not working against people as we're trying to get better. Because that is kind of where we have been disjointed and fractured uh, in in amongst humans. But in our community, we do it to ourselves while fighting other communities who are doing it to us as well. So you got that queued up? All right. And so this is, again, a part of the conversation that we had at Bethany for Juneteenth celebration regarding how do we, or where do we go from here? So many different things have to go into this conversation on how we get together, right? We have to deal with the isms and the things and the anti-blackness in our own community. And I need everybody to wake up a little bit. Oh, it's off? Is this better? Oh, okay. All right. So we have to do some acknowledging of wrongs that we've done each other in the community, and that are all based on colonialism. We got to get rid of the anti-blackness within our Black community. And what I mean by this, especially in New Orleans, especially in Southeast Louisiana, colorism, elitism, the magical Negro. We really got to stop letting people do that to us. But we also have to get rid of the misogyny, the misogynoir, the sexism, and then finally, we got to get rid of homophobia in our community. Yes, and ageism. I'm sorry. I did say that back there, but I didn't say it here. Thank you for bringing it back up. But on two fronts with regards to the ageism, because that's a big crux of why we can't communicate. We talk at young people. We don't talk to them. You talk to them. We talk to them as if we are the wealth of knowledge and they know nothing. And on the flip side, they look at y'all and they look at the older people. They look at me sometimes and say that my ideas are outdated. And we won't get beyond that to have the conversation. And that is a big problem. We have a problem with intergenerational communication. Yes, elders deserve respect because you've been here a long time, but that does not mean you don't give respect to young people. And that happens a lot. It happens too much. There is a wealth of knowledge that young people have. When it comes to technology, they can teach you how to wire your whole house through a phone, right? Facebook, Instagram, marketing. These kids are making big money. What they're missing is historical context on why this hustle it exists. In addition to that, keeping the dollar, the black dollar in the black community is our biggest problem. We want to buy Gucci, we want to buy this, we want to do that. We have black designers. We have people in our community that provide great service who we skip over to go give to other communities. And I'm not saying don't spend your money with them, but I am saying spend money with us first. Texturism and featureism, and I'm gonna pass the mic. The paper bag test, we still doing that here. We've never had a dark-skinned mayor, ever. We've had them run, we've never elected them. That's a community problem. Good hair. We still have people saying that. If you are bald, your hair is not good. It is run away from your head. We have to anti-blackness our community so that we can unify, plus make apologies to each other from where we have caused each other harm. Then we can move forward. Because in most relationships, especially in marriages and friendships, once somebody has said to you, what you're doing is hurting me, and you acknowledge it and say you're sorry, we can go forward. But there's plenty of us in our community that go, well, it wasn't me. You're doing it right now. Don't tell people that what they're feeling didn't happen, because once you do that, they'll stop listening to you. So that was just a part of the conversation that we were having on Saturday, and I'll get Jared to put the link into the comments from YouTube because it was an entire conversation. I'll send it to you. I didn't send you the full. I just sent you the clip. But there was a continued conversation on hearing different perspectives, and oftentimes I'm guilty of it myself. My perspective is the perspective, and we have to get out of doing that to each other, and we've got to get out of doing it to young people, because the same kids that you're complaining about don't listen to you. Part of the reason they don't listen to you is because you're not listening to them. And the assumption that information can only come from above to down is just simple thinking. It is unrealistic. A lot of the movements that we talked about with regard to the civil rights movement happened by way of young people. We heard the voices of the people who are no longer young in body, but are young in their thinking. They, as teenagers, made the actions. So we have to inform our kids, inform the youth of the kinds of actions that they can make. And they may take a little more risks, but we need to inform them of the possibilities of them taking action, and then also inform them of the consequences. But we can't keep sitting in this place of comfortability or pseudo comfortability in this moment, because too much is happening, and too quickly. It's happening too quickly. So I hope that as we are finding ways to not just improve our financial situation, because we definitely need to do that still, I hope that we are getting to a place where we can start having conversations with people and talk to them versus talking at them, because I hate it when people do it to me. In all actuality, I came to the realization like this morning, which I wish I had been diagnosed earlier. I know that that when Grayl and I have talked about it, he's like, then who would I be if I had found out earlier? I would have had the voice to tell people that their actions are unfair, because I'm telling you, when I see injustice, there's a trigger inside of me that wants me to right wrongs, especially bullies. I hate a bully. Well, I love to antagonize a bully into their own demise. But yeah, I really don't like injustice at all, and at a visceral level. And a lot of people know that they'll stand idly by and watch bullies do harm and do nothing. They are also enemies, Because if you know better and you don't do better, you are not a part of the solution. You are adding to the problem, or at least continuing the problem. And we're seeing that right now in the White House. He is a bully that ain't been punched in the mouth hard enough. Why? Because people are afraid to go toe to toe with him. Why? Because they might lose endorsements. Why? Because they might lose some money. But at the same time, you are losing your soul. You look like a simp and a sucker. So we really do need to start having some tough conversations with each other. This weekend was an opportunity for me to have conversations with people in my voice, because while you all have heard me talk and talk and talk and talk to no end, this is not my usual personality. I am very short in my words, and my friend group it is still surprised that I am willing to share my opinion and my ideas about things. With kids, no problem. I want to sit and inform and teach and have all the exploratory conversations with children because they don't know and they are willing to look at all angles and viewpoints uh, of of information. Adults don't usually. And rather than argue with people who already know it all, well, if you know so much, go fix it. I can't. You are not wrong. In the White House, yes, and the short guy in the governor's mansion. Listen, I'm a lay on New Orleans because I have more to say about New Orleans because it's our fault, Lionel Kareem. It's all our fault. Colorism, texturism, featureism, um, that y'all say our preferences are predicated on colonialism, but nobody's willing to have that conversation yet. Well, I'm gonna stop saying that because as of Saturday, people are willing to have that conversation, but some people are unwilling to own their part in it. So yeah, yeah. Listen, you hit this, you hit this right on the head. I'm gonna read this entire comment. It says, in the White House, it's right here in the White House question mark. It's right here in the governor's mansion and right here in Orleans Parish. But the sad part is we have people in this sitting helping Landry. But of course, most of the people who are working with all of those administrations, especially the black ones, are doing it for a check. Meanwhile, doing us dirty in the black community. And if you feel some kind of way about it, the number here is 504-582-9422. And many of y'all I be talking about, you got my number. You're welcome to call me. And I'm going to say the same thing to you. Because a lot of y'all be out here caping out in the streets. Y'all not the same people you are on the internet. I am. Every day. I said what I said. Now, if you can show me facts that's contrary to my statement, I'll recant it, but 9 times out of 10, most of y'all can't because it's true. It's true. And again, just in case y'all didn't know, I am neurospicy. That means I am neurodivergent, short, sweet facts. If you cannot refute what it is that I'm saying, you could kind of shut up talking to me. And I came to this conclusion this morning. I said, good morning, y'all. I wish that neurotypical people understood that barking orders, being dismissive, demeaning, demanding compliance without explanation will result in me responding in the same vein. Don't talk to me crazy. I'm going to take it too far. Because y'all know what you're doing. And again, I wish I had been diagnosed early because I would have recognized how spite fuels me. But once I see that you're trying to harm people on purpose, I'm telling you, it's like dual fuel, rocket fuel, because I'm going to go till I'm tired. It's not people who make accidents and cause harm that I take offense at, because stuff happens, you know? Step on somebody's shoe by accident, I'm sorry. Okay, no problem. You pick up somebody's pen instead of yours, I'm sorry. No problem. Hey, I found your keys. Thank you so much. Common courtesies for me are a big win. But when you get bigoted and you dead wrong, go to hell. And I mean that on everything. Go directly to hell. Do you have that Roland Martin clip queued up yet? And we're gonna continue on the conversation about what's going on in the world. But yeah, a lot of people be keyboard gangsters. If I said it, I meant it. If you ask me about it, I'm not gonna backpedal. I'm gonna tell you again. And what you're gonna do? You're gonna show me something contrary? Because that's the only way I'm gonna recant my statement. Not because you get loud with me, because I'm gonna get loud with you. I really, really don't like that. You know, people have tried to levy their money against me. People have tried to levy their education against me. I got a master's degree. Go to hell, friend. I know lawyers too. And I don't care if you cousin, friend, soror, classmate. It does not matter. If you are wrong and you are causing harm to people, yeah, I said it and I meant it. You can either fix it or not, but it doesn't change the fact that that is an actual fact. So figure that out amongst yourselves. We're gonna get into this next clip.
Praise you. People who see what's happening is wrong, and they're too scared to say it's wrong. You know who sells you out? People who know that shouldn't be happening to you, but say, since it ain't happening to me, I'm just gonna mind my business. You know who sells you out? Folk who were elected to keep a balance of power, but they are so afraid of presidential retaliation that they just go along to get along and will not call out evil and immoral and unconstitutional. They are quiet when they ought to be using their voice.
And that about sums it up. If you see somebody causing harm to other people, I don't care if it's just one person. Address it. Address it swiftly. If you have somebody in your organizations being a bully, call it out. And I mean that. Too many times that people who use their resources to rally other people against other people because they are too much of a coward or too much of a sad sack to do good things, but they know how to do horrible things. So they weaponize their resources to keep the negativity and keep the drama. Those of you who watch and say nothing, you are part of the problem. And I mean that. And this is the particular point in my knowledge about myself, so that I don't have to grapple with that. If I see it, I'm going to tell you. And if you come to me bringing mess, some of y'all have experienced this already, I will walk away. I'm not on that right now. I'm not. I've never really been on mess. I always been on confrontation, because why you said what you said, but never mess. I just want to know, why would you say that? And what evidence do you have to say to support what it is you say? Because everything, for the most part, that I say, I have some evidence to back up what it is I said that you can't refute. I'm a screenshot queen. Files waiting. And a lot of people who get quiet around me is because they know I know. Now is the time for y'all to get right. And I ain't right all the time. So let's be clear. When we're talking about taking care of the Black family, taking care of the Black community, that means resources. That means building safe spaces for people to be able to process traumas that we have experienced individually and collectively. If you are not on that type of time, go to hell. Quickly, expediently, expeditiously, go right now. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Come close. No, closer. Have you heard about the new blues show? It's the Blues Buffet with Jay Boogie, serving up all the blues you love to listen to.
Hey, New Orleans, it's Jay Boogie inviting you to join me for the Blues Buffet, the best soul blues mix on the planet. Happening Saturday night at 9 o'clock, right here at 12:30 a.m. WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. It is Movie Monday, and we will get to that soon. I hope you all are having a good start to your day. I am. I'm feeling pretty good. I have my nice, comfortable tennis shoes on that I have no plans to do anything athletic in. They just feel like clouds. But Essence is quickly approaching. I am super excited and looking forward to all the things that are coming with Essence coming in town. One of the commentators that I watch regularly, Quentin Latham, will be coming in town. He's having an event down at the Dewdrop Inn, and I'm looking forward to kicking it with him. Also, hopefully, many other content creators that are other content creators that I watch. I hope Deontay Kyle is coming down. If y'all haven't heard of him, these are some people that bring facts with receipts. Some of it's comical. Some of it may be like some things that give you pause because, like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. But sit through it. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elmore.
And one thing I love about you, your wisdom and your strength for a young person. And the reason why I'm saying that, I'm 75 years old.
Yes, sir. 75 years young. Okay.
And I understand the struggles of our people. And I think there's a lot of issues. You talking on a local, national, world level, and I can tell you, being a Vietnam vet, been to Germany, been to Vietnam, been to Korea, been to Thailand, been to Belgium, been to France. I have a good perspective of the world. And what I love about you, young lady, is what I love about black females. You know, that's the way I say this. You have become the standard bearer of truth and understanding, of telling it like it is, not the way you like to say it, but being honest and truthful. And the sad thing about our people, with black men, being a black man, it looks like to me we're not really passing the torch to the younger generation of our people. I don't think they have a clue. You know, when I talk to my son, I talk to my daughter, and I always educate them about Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin, Thurgood Marshall, Booker T. Everybody that was instrumental in our leadership. You know, and it looks like to me it's not the torch is not being passed over. I think young people today, and you're young, but you're very progressive. You have a good understanding. You might be considered a militant, but that's what we need. I mean, you have to have that militant understanding to put us on the level of understanding where we need to be. You know. So again, every nation of people always instill to their people why they got where they got. And look, like I think the younger generation, I always talk to my family about this. Never forget where you came from. We always was never electricians, carpenters, engineers. Like you think, we fought hard. Our people fought hard. I tell you, man, I'm 75 years old. Our people fought hard for me to be where I'm at. So I never took it lightly, you know. I look at it as being a Vietnam vet. So I look at it at the worldview of this country and how sad this country has become and how people is turning a blind eye on someone that shouldn't even be in the White House. And I remember when Trump first came to being, and he was saying this, the most ignorant things that a white person could see, and people was covering them. Well, you know, Trump being Trump. Well, you know, Trump is not a politician. Well, you know, he could say things that he really don't mean. Yeah, he mean, you know, he mean what he say, and he say what he mean. You know, and I think that, you know, what you're not being harsh the way you talk. Maybe we need to hear other people, other than yourself, being harsh and deal with the reality. Because we got to deal with reality. You know, we can't shove anything under the rug and saying hoping and praying ain't good enough. You know, we have to take action. Now, what's going on is people here, I think, as a people, I'm going by my experience as a man, as an Afro-American man, being all over the world. We have, I think, got complacent. We forgot. We kind of seem to think that you're very progressive. You know why you got where you at. You know why your parents fought to make you a better young lady, a better woman, a better mother. But a lot of young folks don't have a clue. They just think that what they see today is what they deserve to have. They don't have a clue why you got what you got, dude.
And that's by design. I want to be honest with you, because when you took us out of our own neighborhoods, many of the people who left the neighborhoods saw that as we're better now, so therefore we have upward mobility. So we're not like we were before. We're something extra. We're something special. And in finding specialness and being pat on the head, I've been saying that like for over a year. The specialness to be pat on the head by white people or being validated by money and money alone is how we are going to continue to sink further and further into the depths, because what we value has nothing to do with each other, and each other being successful collectively. It's only individually, and our community where we came from, that's not in our DNA.
You know, I'm gonna say this, and it might rub some folks the wrong way, but I speak. Please forgive me. You don't know me, but I follow you all a lot, and I call a lot more than.
No,
I don't necessarily call you. Not that I don't want to call you, but I had the privilege of calling you because I'm up early. Because normally I'll call in the afternoon.
Okay.
But you know what I noticed? I think what has happened. Let me give you an example, and please forgive me. I might have people that's gonna might feel rubbed the wrong way.
Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Okay. This is the thing.
They'll figure it out.
I don't care for St. Tammany.
You don't care for?
I don't care for Slidell.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, don't have. let me tell you the reason why I don't care for Slidell. I don't feel that I need to push myself to be. I don't think I need to buy a home in Slidell to be among to be accepted, especially with no people out there don't like me. Okay, you got issues with Slidell with people, black folks from here, New Orleans, buying houses out there in the dumps. First and foremost, they don't want you out there. They don't like you out there. You know, I live in New Orleans. I'm proud to be a New Orleanian. If you understand New Orleans East, I've heard Oliver Thomas say it more than one time, and I agree with him because I do research. New Orleans East, predominantly black. Listen to me good, young lady. If New Orleans Easterners would say, guess what? I'm going to break away from the city of New Orleans. Guess what, young lady? New Orleans East would be one of the top 10 cities in Louisiana. We would be between 7 and 10 in size. So what I'm saying is,
I'm from the East.
Yeah, we have a lot of clout. I mean, we have more black
Got a lot of money.
owners.
Got a lot of millionaires out there too.
Yes, ma'am. We have more black homeowners.
But even though we have a lot of millionaires out of there, we got a lot of millionaires that sit on their money and don't do nothing for the community.
Well, that's another thing too.
First we gotta know what we asking and who's gonna actually answer. Because the real reality is we have people who have money who just sitting there holding. Oh, I got mine, you get yours. Okay, cool. Well, when people start messing over you, don't start hollering. Oh, come help me. They're being racist. No, you were cool with them, so stay over there. You picked your side, lay there.
Well, the sad thing about our race of people, everybody uses us. Everybody wants us to be with them when they need us. But when we need them, they're no longer to be found. Eastern Europe used "We Shall Overcome." Think about it. When Eastern Europe was having problems with the domination of Russia, and they finally broke away from what's called the Iron Curtain, if you understand it, they was talking about "We Shall Overcome." So everybody, every group that you can think of, they use us when it's convenient to use us,
and we
allow that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Please give me for laughing from crying.
Yeah.
But listen, again, I have to really commend you because you're very positive. You're very mature beyond your means. And listen, I was that mature when I was young, but I'm 75. Don't laugh. It came a little late. Daily dollar short, but I'm a little smarter than the average Joe, so I really appreciate you. I understand you fully well, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. Have a great day, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You have a blessed one yourself.
All righty. I like phone calls like that. I appreciate the challenging ones, but I also appreciate the people who hear what I'm saying, don't connect as much to the tone, because sometimes that can be a little triggering for people. But I appreciate you all who hear what I'm saying and understand the vein in which I'm saying it. Because everything doesn't have to be an argument. Everything doesn't have to be a mass disagreement. But we got to call a thing a thing. And we've been participating like we don't see what we see for far too long. We're going to get this break right quick. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
This is Andronica Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Police in the Bronx shot a suspect and several NYPD officers were injured after being struck by a stolen car.
With the sergeant on the ground in front of the Kia and multiple additional officers in close proximity to the car, the officer on top of the parked vehicle discharged his firearm at the driver.
All injured, including the suspect, are in stable condition as the investigation continues. At least 13 people were injured in a drive-by shooting on Chicago's South Side late Friday night. Police say 2 gunmen opened fire before fleeing and no arrests have been made. The shooting was part of a violent weekend across the city that left at least 33 people shot, including 6 killed. And San Antonio, Texas's mayor is calling for Kanye West's 4th of July concert to be canceled, citing his past anti-Semitic remarks. The push is gaining support, with a U.S. senator also urging cancellations of upcoming shows in Florida. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What we want to be talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and still rolling with me is Jared. Oh, we have such a good time. I really, really do appreciate you so very much, Jared. Yeah, how y'all doing? I'm 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 not tired as I should be because this weekend was nonstop. I feel like we did all the things this weekend. It was one thing to the next. In between all of us, it was just a lot. A lot. So, yeah, I at some point to I'll catch up to figuring out how my emotions are, but I'll tell you this. I can honestly say that this Father's Day was one that I did not spend crying, which is good. Um, but I know that many of you may have fathers who are not here in the physical realm. So sending a big hug to all of y'all because I know what that feels like. Mother's Day and Father's Day don't hit the same no more. It really stuns and stings sometimes. But this time it was so much going on. I didn't have time to sit in it. We did celebrate the father in our house. And shout out to the dads who are not complicated, right? He was so easy, such a cool customer. Got his home cooked meal. I cooked, y'all. I don't have to cook ever. I do not have to cook. Why? Because during COVID, I took advantage of teaching home economics to the children in my house. So, but it's lovely when I do get in the kitchen. We had a good time. Did roast, baked mac and cheese, broccoli, and his favorite cake is red velvet. We did all of that yesterday. It didn't take that long. Shout out to my daddy for buying us this pressure cooker. I'm telling you, a roast falling apart in an hour. The oven could never. But yeah, it was a good time. He got to spend his time doing what he wanted to do, and which it also included watching The Handmaid's Tale. Did y'all watch that? The Handmaid's Tale. You watched it? I tried to watch a couple scenes and I was triggered so bad I had to leave the room. I could not. That was way too much. And I have heard conversation about that, but it was way too much for me. And with the things that have been happening for the last 4 years in government, really longer, I'm triggered. I am. And the worst part about it to me was the women, the wives, who went along with the whole baby making thing. Yuck. That is insane. And when I say insane, I was like in my body. I had to get out of the room because it was just too much. And then all of these people being compliant with all of this abuse, it was just way too much. Way too much. And I just could not manage it. So did you watch the whole thing? How much did you watch? How many seasons did you watch of it?
Okay, already no season.
No season. So you
No.
watched a few episodes here and
I
there?
watched it, but mainly because I recognized the actress from Invisible Man.
Uh-huh.
That's why.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to see what it was about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know what you're talking about.
Triggered. Just the eeriness of people seeing this and going along with it. Like, are you insane? But yes, the same thing I feel about people who see the things that are going on right now. Insane. You know, we like to call it cognitive dissonance. Y'all just assholes and lazy because y'all don't want to do anything about what's going on and what's happening to other people as long as it don't happen to you. But when when it happens to you, help me. No. You all right? Drink water. walk around. I mean, that ooh, I tried. I tried 3 different times to just sit and watch it, and I absolutely could not. It was way too much, and it was too much to look around and see other people. Nobody don't have no weird feeling about all of this. Crazy. The one that I saw was after um the husband had raped one of the maids. The lady who used to be a professional. She was married. She had a daughter. Because Kamara had to tell me I would never sit through all of that. So he rapes her. She gets pregnant. And then they take the wife as if she's the one pregnant and brings her into this place like to prepare her to receive a child when she's not pregnant. What? Insane. Sorry for the spoilers. I mean, it's been out for a long time, so I apologize if you all have never watched it. I wouldn't suggest anybody watch that. Stop looking at that kind of stuff. It is insane.
On that note, have you seen Midsummer?
Have I seen what?
Midsummer?
Midsummer? No.
Okay.
What's that about?
It's like a cult movie where this girl goes on a trip with her friends and people start, I guess, I can't say, it's been a while, but they do rituals. And they're like, oh, this is so fun. Like, then when they do the ribbon and they run around the pole.
Uh-huh. Like
and
the
it's like a
maypole?
celebration, but they're really like inducting her into their cult.
So I don't know if you watched True Blood. There was a point in the season where there was this lady, I don't remember what kind of magical entity she was, but basically the same thing. Those people, oh, we're having such a good time, kind of maypole kind of thing going on, ritualistic kind of things, feeding them stuff that change their eyes black. Everybody's under the spell now. Yeah, when stuff seems to be too good, it probably is. Run. Run away fast. As fast as your little legs can carry you, run. Run quickly. And when I see things, and I don't want to give out too much about some of these places and situations. When I see that everybody is too what's the word? Not joyful, but just like this weird, odd happiness. And I look around and go, something about this seems off.
Because you're wondering, like, surely there's other emotions to experience other than.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And so when you see everybody doing these happy, over elated kind of things, I go, okay, this doesn't seem normal, and I'm going to go. Because something not right. I don't want nothing you got to drink. I don't want nothing you got to eat, because something is not quite right. Like, I don't know. Did you watch Percy Jackson?
Yes.
Remember when they got to the casino?
Mm-hmm.
And they kept eating those
the lotus flower thing.
Yes, the lotus flowers. And it took a minute, but they had been in there like what, 2-3 days before they realized that they
And that's just human days. Like, they were in there longer than that.
Yeah. So those kind of things, when I'm in situations like that, and when I hear people say odd things and nobody has a reaction, but I heard what they said and I know everybody else heard what they said. Like, y'all didn't hear that? Okay. Y'all stupid. I'm out. Y'all be cool. And then I later find out that there was some odd thing that took place, right? Something sexual or something with some contamination with some food or something. Every time. And yeah, when I say go. Don't stop. Don't stop. If you see me leave, run. Because I can kind of navigate most spaces. But if the energy is wrong and like when people start looking too glassy and gotta go. Gotta get up out of there. And I'm hoping that my children are picking up on those kind of things. I know CJ is since he was a baby, like in the arms, certain energies, he be like, nope, don't touch me. But I hope they don't ignore what their body and what their spirit is telling them about people.
No, my mom was just telling me the other day how it was when I was a kid. This is the same. They could be all the way over there. And I'd be like, no, get away from me.
Yeah, one time we were at church. CJ, he might have been 18 months. And this lady was laughing all loud and was coming toward him. He looked that lady up and down at 18 months. Like, ma'am, no. And when I saw that, some parents will overlook their kids and what their kids do. I was like, no, something about you, lady. You got to get away from him and me. Please go away from me. And y'all better start listening to your inner self. You're not wrong. You're rarely wrong about your intuition and your intuitiveness. Follow it. Listen to yourself. And all bad things that happen aren't necessarily intentionally to harm you. But if you find out that somebody is doing something intentional to you, stop messing with them people. Draw some boundaries. Draw some boundaries. Unless you like that. I mean, if you like the S&M, emotional S&M, by all means, please continue. But, that's a part of the reason why a lot of us be sick. We let people continue to play in our faces. I don't have the space. I don't have the bandwidth. You talking crazy. I'm going to go. You can have it. It's fine. But if we're talking about progress and building community and finding resources for our kids to be okay. Yes, yes, yes. All the rest of that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We've got to do a better job of not necessarily disciplining people, but stop letting people run amok in our place. It's odd to see that somebody's causing you harm and you still involve yourselves with them. Even if it's family. My family knows, because I think when I made about 20, I made the declaration to pretty much all my cousins, because there's some cousins I don't prefer to be in community with. But I've told them, we are family. We are bound by blood. I'm not messing with you, but I'm not going to work against you. That's the best I can do. I won't work against you because we're family, but I'm not messing with you. And that's fair. I want to see you win. I want to see you eat. Just not with me. Once I see you move funny, that's enough. And that's okay. Well, they're not going to like me. So, do you like you? Do you like you as you accept the mistreatment from people that are around you? Probably not. That probably is one of the things you wrestle with yourself. I used to. But now, I don't even argue with people no more. I look at some people and go, yeah, this is going to be my last time talking to you. Because, no. And it's no announcement or nothing. Once I see that you are not willing to see other people's humanity, once I see that you are unwilling to grow beyond where you are, once I see that you are stuck in things that you've always done but that are not serving you, I'm cool on you. I'm not mad. I just don't want you in my space. And you shouldn't want me in yours. And that's that on that. We're going to take this break. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support in style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are today's headlines for you. Cleanup continues after a confirmed 9 tornadoes touched down in southeast Louisiana last week. Volunteers were in Avondale over the weekend, providing meals and shelter to those who needed it. They also assessed the damage caused by the storms. Happening today, a groundbreaking ceremony for the long-awaited Ninth Ward Stadium. The new facility plans to include a turf football field, 3,700 seats, a press box, and a scoreboard. It'll serve as the home for George Washington Carver High School, but will also be open for use to all New Orleans public high schools and middle schools. That groundbreaking ceremony is set for this morning at 11 a.m. And early voting is now over ahead of Saturday's runoff election, and we are getting a better idea of just how many made their voices heard. Statewide, over 151,000 people cast their ballot, a sharp drop compared to the last early voting cycle in May. Over 100,000 less people showed up early to vote compared to last month. And that is a look for you at today's headlines. I'm Elizabeth Kubel for WBOK. Have a great day.
AURN News. I'm Jamie Jackson. With the Iran war deal expected to be finalized Friday, many Americans may be wondering just how much the conflict costs them. The New York Times has released an interactive report examining the economic impact. The report found that from the start of the war through the end of May, the average household spent an extra $190.47 on gasoline. That's roughly the equivalent of a monthly electric bill. From February through May, Americans spent an additional $44.8 billion on gasoline and diesel fuel. The higher costs also changed consumer behavior. Americans took 45 million more rides in March on buses, spent less on essentials, and saved less money. The impact reached beyond fuel prices. The report also found that the cost of a tomato was 40% higher in April than it was a year earlier. For AURN News, I'm Jamie Jackson.
The Ron Kelly Show. Real talk, bold truth. Tune in for your weekly dose of unapologetic conversations that don't dodge the truth or dilute the message. Stay informed on the issues that matter most on The Ron Kelly Show, every Monday at 8 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Front Porch here on WBOK. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elwin.
Good morning, Kim.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine.
Sound like you're just waking up.
Yeah, I'm just waking up, but I'm fine. I'm okay.
Okay. Well, what's going
What
on?
you did over the weekend?
A lot. A whole lot. Yeah, a whole lot, Elwin. I went to an alumni reunion picnic at Sarah T. Reed. I went to DBA. I danced Thursday night. Friday, I went a lot of places Friday. I don't even remember. Mm. It was a lot going on. A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Did a whole lot of
I
stuff.
went with my group over the weekend. Saturday we went to a meeting, and then we went out to eat, and
I heard.
came home.
I know you went out with your group this weekend because I saw Miss Lydia Saturday, and she told me that she had just left you when I saw her.
Oh my God! You know Miss Lydia?
I do. She's like another mom and Mr. Don.
And Mr. Don too?
Her husband
Oh
and
my goodness!
her son is
Oh
like
my
my
goodness!
brother.
I better not do nothing wrong in that group.
You better not, because she's definitely gonna tell me, and she's probably listening right now. But yes, her son is like my brother. We grew up in church together, went to middle school together, went to high school together, and been friends all our long lives.
She did tell me that.
We had kids together. Our daughters are now both graduates of high school, so we are done.
Okay, she told me that. I mean, she told me you knew her son.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I better not do nothing wrong in that group.
You better not. You better not be doing nothing either way. Especially when you get up back over to that hospital and that physical therapy clinic. Behave right.
Well, I'm gonna behave. I mean, they moved it. He may be moving to Kenner, the physical therapist. I talked to him. I think Thursday. He may be moving Lakeview. He may be leaving Lakeview and going to Kenner.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told me.
Okay.
So it'll be all right either way it goes.
You're right.
It'll be all right.
You're right. So what'd you do this weekend? No concerts? No concerts?
No, I didn't do nothing, but I just stood home and just rest.
That's good.
I mean, I sit home and rest. It was a long week for me.
Yeah? What made it so long?
Well, I had to deal with family things and going through family issues and stuff like that. And still got to go through them, but not as much as I did last weekend. So, but other than that, I'm doing fine. My father Ben passed away, so yesterday was kind of like a downfall. But I remember all the funny things he did, so that made me laugh a lot. So I got through it, but I was okay.
Okay. Well, Father's Day and Mother's Day can be very tough for many people.
Yeah, it can be. I had a friend of mine, she lost her father a while back, and we sat down, we talked about it on the phone and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I got through it, so I was okay with it.
That's good. I'm glad you made it through. But I know it can be tough because I have had some tough Father's Days myself.
But other than that, I'm okay. I mean, tomorrow I got to go to the let's see, what's the name of that clinic? What do you test your blood and see if you got what you call that? Blood clots.
Oh.
So
They're
I
gonna
gotta
check
go
you
there
and
tomorrow.
see if you have some?
Huh?
They're gonna check and see if you have blood clots?
Yeah, because I was taking Aliquis and I'm still taking Aliquis.
Okay. That's for cholesterol?
So, no, that's for blood clots. That thins the blood.
Blood thinner. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, blood thinner. So I'm still taking that. But I'll find out tomorrow. And hopefully I don't have them. Because I've been moving around a lot.
Yeah, we don't need any mishaps or no setbacks. So please.
All right, we don't need that. So
take care of yourself. Did you do
but I've
anything
been
for
moving around.
Juneteenth?
Say it again?
Did you do anything for Juneteenth?
What I did? No, I didn't do anything but sit down and checked out TV, and they had a wrestling match on and stuff. Checked some of that out.
You still watch wrestling, Elwin?
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
It was nothing else on. So, so I checked it out.
I can dig it.
I'm not a fan of this type of wrestling today, but the old wrestling, I'm a fan of it. But I still would sit down and try to understand the new wrestling.
Well, that's pretty admirable.
So
I hear that.
It was okay.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised you didn't have any concerts this weekend because that seems to be your thing on the weekend. I was waiting to hear you tell us about regale us with some information about a concert that you watched. So I need you to pick a concert for you to tell us about.
No, they didn't have any. They didn't have any concerts this weekend that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what you gonna do after you get off?
I am going to Red Bean Monday over at Maroon and Kinfolk Coffee.
And where that's located?
That's on St. Charles. Matter of fact, let me get you the address. It's Maroon Workspace.
That's a restaurant?
No, it's not a restaurant. It's a co-working space where you can work with other professionals without having to have like a storefront or or having an entire responsibility of maintaining the building for yourself. It's at 1206 St. Charles Avenue. Bring your own chicken.
12. Bring your own ticket.
Bring your own chicken.
Bring your own chicken?
Mm-hmm. They're providing the red beans.
Okay. Well, I just like the red beans. So, I'm not a fan of stuff like that. But I do eat red beans. I do eat my vegetables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, you have a good day, Kim.
You too, Elwin.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye, Kim. Bye, Kim.
Bye, Elwin. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. We did talk a little bit about Red Bean Monday last week, but we didn't really get into the conversations of the types of conversations that we have over at Red Bean Monday. For those of you, if you're in town, if you're ever interested on having some community conversations, that is the place to do it. There's red beans and rice and utensils and plates, but bring your own chicken if you want to have it with it, because that's what we do here in New Orleans. They welcome that, and they also welcome you engaging in conversations about how we can continue to move our city forward, how to put in place protections for our children, our elders. Everybody needs to be under the umbrella of protection so that everybody can get a piece of the pie. It's important for us to start seeking out ways for us to help others in our communities, also while we're helping ourselves. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take on other people's issues and or problems, but 9 times out of 10, we're going to face some of the same things. I don't know if y'all are paying attention to what's going on in the news. For instance, right now, that blood pressure medicine is being recalled. And I hope that none of you all are on the medications that are being recalled. All kind of craziness. When people say your vote doesn't matter, voting absolutely does matter. I tried to hold my peace about that when a commenter said this last week, called in and said you can vote if you want to. No, vote, because the protections that we had are gone. So blood pressure medication recalled for potential ineffectiveness. What's going on here, y'all? What's going on? And the idea that people are continuing, especially black people, continuing to tell people that their vote doesn't matter. I need y'all to cease and desist. Shut up. I don't even know how to say that kindly or nicely. Shut up. If you don't want to vote, don't vote. But the fact that y'all don't vote, it impacts the verdicts that we get. Y'all talking about Carmelo Anthony? Guess what? There was not one black juror on there. Why? Because some of us don't want to register to vote because you also get signed up for jury duty and you don't want to go. Go to hell. Because the crying and complaining about it after the fact, it does nothing. Absolutely nothing. So according to the FDA, which has been gutted, the Food and Drug Administration recalled thousands of bottles of blood pressure medications for failed dissolution specification. That means that this medication might not be effective. The FDA recalled 11,460 bottles of, I cannot say this, chlorothalidone tablets, 25 milligrams. The pills have an expiration date of April 2027. The recall affects 100 tablet bottles marked batch RISA 24001 and 1,000 tablet bottles marked batch RISB 24002. This drug is a diuretic and is used to treat high blood pressure, fluid retention that is caused by congestive heart failure, severe liver disease, kidney disease, or treatment with a hormone or steroid medicine, according to the Mayo Clinic. Ineffective medicine. Voting does matter. Those organizations that used to provide protections and guardrails for us are being dismantled. Voting matters. And you know who you are, who called in and said that goofy stuff. Stop that. You don't vote. Don't encourage other people not to vote, because we're seeing people right now being harmed, for lack of another better word. Yes, Joshua, if your vote don't count, why are they spending a lot of money to stop you from voting? And I welcome you to call. We can have the conversation, but the second you say something that is not represented and supported by facts, I'm going to challenge you. Because stop putting stupid information out into the universe, because we have people who are too simple to do their own simple Google search, not to confirm what it is that they think, but to actually find out the truth. People who Google to confirm what it is that they're saying are not good researchers. Good researchers are people who look for information that is going to actually be in contrast of what it is that you think. That's how you know you've done air quote research. Finding information that confirms how you already feel is not research. I can get a dummy to come and say the same thing that I say. Just say it because I said it. Go beyond. Yes, Cam, voting matters. And Lori says, I voted Saturday with no waiting. Low early voting turnout. Yeah. Everybody in my house, except for me, has voted. I will be voting on the day. Everybody has signed the recall. Because, yeah, he got to get out of there. And Liz got to go, too. And the next one, who's standing in our way, even people that we thought were friendlies. The whole point of voting is to put people into the places so that they can work for us. But we're treating them like they are doing us a favor by going in to do a job that we sent them to do. And if they're not doing the job, Vote them out. You have that power, but you can only use your power if you go and vote. And stop telling people that goofy stuff. Y'all know that's not the word I want to say. Stop telling people that because they're going along with it and it's dumb. It's not helpful. We're seeing seniors being affected. We're seeing babies being affected. And for those of us who care for seniors and babies, you're affected too. Stop being so slow. Catch up, mustards. Cam says, I believe that people do go vote. Oh, don't vote for the lack of knowledge. They don't understand the true consequence of not voting. And that's by design. When they took civics out of high school, and then we stopped talking about politics strategically. Yeah, that was done on purpose. But we did have a conversation on the panel on Saturday where churches used to be places of information. We got to get back to that. And I know the people over at Bethany United Methodist Church are getting ready to have many forums and conversations. And again, bring yourself with an open mind and a willingness for progress. If you're coming just to have your way, stay home. We don't want it. We don't need it. We've had enough of it. If you're coming in support and to use your resources to rally against people who are moving in the right direction, I'm going to send you out. I'm the same person I am on the internet, on the radio, and in person. So if you're ready to have a conversation, by all means, let's. But I'm not going to hear bull excrement about, well, they were going to give us some money. You are a cheap whore. I don't care if you're a male, female, non-binary, whatever. You're a cheap whore because you're willing to sell out your community for some dollars and maybe some trinkets. Some of y'all for fame, which is silly to me. Silly. What's going on? Yes, Cam, we need to keep the conversation alive, and we will continue to have this conversation for those who are willing. And while I would like everybody to go, I know everybody can't. So those of you who want to walk, let's go forward. Those of you who want to sit where you are, stay where you are. And when we keep going, your access might not be allowed. It may be denied because you're picking a side. And your side is yourself. So you're going to have to stand 10 toes down by yourself. And you may have to go down by yourself. Meanwhile, the rest of us will be continuing to fight along and fight for each other. Maybe a couple fights with each other because we need to get some people their minds right a little bit. Not getting them to comply, but getting them to understand. And outside of that, if you want to, let's roll. If you don't, it's cool. But again, when you come back to try and tap into the resources that you see will be beneficial, your access may be denied. Y'all got to get smarter than this and stop being so goofy. Let's see. Paul says the terms research and I do my own research are so overused. You are right. I did my own research. No, you didn't. You went and listened to a podcast. Shut up. If you are not a trained researcher, you are not researching. You're studying. You are looking into it. The whole I do my own research started with the MAGA movement. I know, and it sounds stupid. And honestly, the more and more this man does, the more and more I find out how submissive white people are, particularly white men. Y'all do more bending than is necessary. And you black men who pattern yourselves behind white men that way, it's a little gay. I just want y'all to know that. But anyway, we're listening to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars because the real ones always stay informed.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And yes, we're having conversations about how to move the community forward, how to make things fair, how to make things equal, and yeah, like Cam said, and if you don't vote, shut up. Shut up. Stop talking to me. Shut up talking to me. Because we cannot have a debate if you're not doing your part. It's just odd. It's very odd. And, you know, when we had the conversation on Saturday, I was so pleasantly surprised that nobody had any pushback on what I had to say. Because in some other spaces, people be in their feelings when I say stuff about the isms that plague our community and colonialism that still impacts us that we need to let go of and need to make apologies for. Like, it is insane, the pushback that I normally get from people, because it may be something that you did and you don't want to say you're sorry for. Whether it was intentional or not, say you're sorry. Because as in with a marriage or a friendship, if you don't say you're sorry for something that you did, we can't move forward. We can't. And that's really what tears a lot of relationships and families and friendships up. People don't know how to say they're sorry and own what they did. If I'm telling you that what you're doing is causing harm to me and you mean that you're not going to apologize for it, even after I've shown you, yes, this is a pattern of a thing that you do, you're telling me you don't give a damn about me. And once I have determined that part, I'm cool on you. My exit is soon coming. Probably has already started. People waste my time. Oof. People who consistently do not acknowledge that even if it's by accident, this is something that you're doing, we're calling it your attention and denying it. Yeah. Y'all are the worst. And again, you be wrong. And then you want to stay in community with folks. You cannot. You cannot stay in community with me if you are causing me harm. I've told you that what you're doing is causing me harm. In your mind, you care, but I'm telling you in your actions, you are showing me that you don't. But I'm gonna lighten this up because we got a break coming up, and I want you guys to see a little bit of what was happening over at Sarah T. Reed. If you're familiar with J.J. Simmons, New Orleans on Fire, well, I said last week that I wanted to meet him, and as the universe does its thing, I did. So check this out.
I will from this moment forward. Especially how you look. Okay. Yo, what's going on? JJ Simmons, you are watching New Orleans on Fire. You a Sarah T. Reed alumni?
I am not.
What?
Hello. So, if you are not familiar with him, he is very entertaining, has a large presence online, and I think he's on TikTok and Instagram. I think he may even be on Facebook, Facebook for the old people, just so y'all know. But anyway, it was the funniest thing that I belly laughed so hard at the question because he just knew I was about to tell him that I went there. No, I did not. And in a Sarah T. Reed t-shirt, class of 94, on and all. No, I did not graduate from Sarah T. Reed. Those of you who know me and know me well know I went to the McDonough 35 College Preparatory High School. However, I did attend Fantasy Williams in that building, and in those hallways, I definitely they hold some special memories. In addition to that, the people who I went to middle school, when we split, everybody didn't go into the city for high school because there were 2 high schools out in New Orleans East. So if you didn't go to St. Aug, you didn't go to 35. You didn't go to Kennedy. Those were the big three that went into the city. We had a very few that went to Ben Franklin and McMain because boring. Boring. Anyway, yeah, quite a few of the people who lived in the East, they stayed in the East and they went to either Reed or Abramson. And a lot of my friends from middle school, CJ's Paran, and so many other people were there. And the love was just like we were back in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade again. It was amazing. And shout out to you all for your hospitality, because I promise you, I had a time. I probably owe y'all money. And shout out to Ty Nola for the Katrina water, sir. I don't know how y'all came up with that. It was delicious. It was fun, but it was something else. It was a time. Definitely was a time. So, yeah, it's a lot. Whoever this person is on YouTube, you a special kind of goofy, ain't you? He said, he or she or they, them, said, I refuse to vote based on race. Glad my prayers were answered for my presidential vote for the country and all our leaders. Sir, go to hell. Or ma'am, non-binary, them, they, hell. You hear me? Are you okay? Can't be. Cannot be. And I mean what I said. To the pits. The pits. The number here is 504-582-9422. I am an alumni crasher, babe. Listen, I didn't go to St. Mary's, but I had a time. I went to Xavier Prep's alumni picnic, and I'm going back this year. It was amazing. And the funniest thing is the people who went to those schools be asking me, did you go? No, you know I didn't. You know I didn't. But I'm coming, and I'm coming to have a good time. The only reason I missed McMain's is because I was in Houston. But I have family on top of family on top of family that went to McMain. And I'm sad that I missed it. But God willing, I'm going to make it there next year because I have way too many people. Y'all hear me talking about one of my favorite cousins, Dr. Nicole Kimberly Lewis Jackson. She's class of 92. You could say I'm class of 92 also, because everything she did, I was there. Her friends, Candace, Lylan, I was all up under them. I was the kid that, when they send the little kids with, here, go watch your sister, go watch it. That was me. And babe, I had a good time. I had a wonderful time. No problem, guys. Let me tell you something. I will block babaloo bop, block bam boom, play with your girl. I am not above it. Play with your mom, not me. And on that, we will take a break. You're listening to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Here's what's trending this hour. The man accused of killing Charlie Kirk is back in a Utah courtroom today as legal tensions rise. Tyler Robinson's defense team is asking a judge to hold the prosecutor in contempt, alleging he made public comments about Robinson's guilt. Robinson faces charges in the September shooting at Utah Valley University, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. A key hearing is set for July 6th, where prosecutors must present enough evidence to move the case to trial. I'm Bree Wood with What's Trending.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And to my people over there, have your time out, enjoy it, get your mind right, or not. Either way, though, over here we don't do that. We can disagree on politics, but we're not going to have a debate on people's humanity. And if that is who you still like, nobody who supports this man is a good person. You are indeed evil people and should go where, everybody? Hell. All right. And with that said, somebody asked me, let's see. Oh, you love him, Lori? Did he smell good? I don't remember. It was outside. He's a cutie pie. I will say that. He's very kind and he's a sweetie pie. We're gonna try and see if we can get him on to the front porch. But I'll tell you this: my cousin Elandia Garrison was on New Orleans on Fire at the 35 Alumni Weekend, and we are 0 for 0 on the videos. They always catch us loud and very direct. So I think we're gonna try and stay away from New Orleans on Fire for real, unless it's a long form conversation, because those little clips of us, oh my God, a mess. Let's see. Mark, I'm gonna talk about that, but until I have we'll talk about this whole that thing you're talking about. And now I would like to welcome Dr. Dre Humphrey to the front porch. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. How you be?
I be good. How you be?
I'm doing good. I just joined. I'm like, okay, what was that conversation?
Right now in the space of our community, we really have to start identifying people who are bad actors and people who are pretending to be for the community and all while working against us. And so, yeah, that's pretty much where I am.
Got it. And I'm right along with you.
Absolutely. So it's wonderful to have you on the front porch, and especially with what you're going to be sharing with us, because the title in and of itself is very near and dear to my life. But before we get too far into the conversation, will you tell our front porch listeners who you are and tell us a little bit about the journey and how we got here?
So first of all, I'm honored to be on. So thank you so much. People don't have to do for you. They don't have to champion you. They don't have to give you a platform. So thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
I am Andrea Humphrey. Everybody calls me Dr. Dre. I'm not the original, but I'm authentic. I earned that bad boy, and I got it up on my mantle if anybody needs proof.
And you can show at least your graduation picture. I don't know. I don't know
Yes,
anybody
indeed.
who does not have letters that are terminal that do not have their picture at their mama or their grandmama house. So yes, thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm a author, speaker, pastor. I worked at Disney for 20 years, building theme parks all over the world, most notably Tokyo Seas. And eventually left as our church began to grow and needed to give a little bit more attention to that and my kids. Professor for 12 years at a university teaching business. So I've done a lot of things over the course of time, entrepreneur. The intersection of ministry and the marketplace is where I live and thrive. I don't particularly care for people that are so spiritually deep, but the rest of their life is raggedy.
Say more about that, because people don't understand when I say stuff like that. I'm a heathen when I say it.
It's crazy that people would think that God would want you to have all this spiritual Christianese, Taiwanese, Japanese, Vietnamese language and Christianese. But when you look at yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything else looks like God doesn't exist. And so I'm all about the not holistic in the new age way, but the holistic way that, God cares about you, mind, body, and soul. So why don't we take care of all of that? And so as a pastor, I am perpetually advocating for people to get their whole life in order.
Amen.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about who I am. I got 2 kids. even though I don't know when it happened. I've been married almost 38 years to the same black man, Lord, and still having a good time.
I'm okay. I know this is off topic, and I just gotta ask because I've been married
You all
22
right?
years, and I love my husband, but I like him,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's a completely different thing.
It is indeed because listen, when you get mad, I treat my marriage kind of like a friendship. You know how when you just get mad at your friend and have an argument and y'all not talking, but eventually you call them up, you're like, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to you either. You want to go to the mall?
Right. You hungry?
Right. And so I tell people all the time, you can't take life too seriously. You got to like who you love, and want to spend time with them, even when they get on your last nerve. Because let's be real clear, we get on each other's last nerve.
Yes.
From
Yes.
time to time.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have cheerleaders, coaches, comrades, and champions building the team that builds you. How did we
Yep.
get there?
So one of the biggest myths I think about success is that successful people make it on their own. People have this little sentence. They say, oh, I pull myself up on my own bootstraps. And I always tell people, I'm going to give you a pair of boots. Let me see you do it, because it's not true. And once I studied successful leaders and pastors, executive entrepreneurs, and just really everyday people, I really discovered something different, that really nobody gets there alone, right? And we have to have the right people. I think I heard you at the beginning say having the right people and making sure you understand where people fit in your life, and then being confident and bold enough that when people no longer fit for your journey, not throwing them away, but readjusting your priorities, your time, and your access.
Yes.
And so just through all my journeys of all the things I've ever done, I realized I'm really good at building teams, from corporate to church to entrepreneurship. And, you know, you don't always get to go everywhere. You don't meet everybody. So putting down those things that I've learned in a book that can go places and rooms I'll never get into seemed to be the right thing to do. And so far, the people who've read it have been really blessed and excited, and it's helpful. And I'm glad that I put it down on paper. Also, sometimes you just got to leave a legacy for your kids, your voice, of what you thought and how to do stuff. So that's how the book came to be. It started off as a keynote for a corporation, and they asked me to come back and talk more about it. And I kept writing, and next thing I knew, I was like, oh, I think, you know how you don't know something is developing until you like 90% into it? I'm like, this is a book.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how we got there.
Whew, now that's a lot. Now, being a wife, a mother, and professional, how do you find that you've been able to take this keynote and basically put this into a manuscript? How have you seen its impact over you and how you communicate with others?
Two things. One, it took me a long time to write, because as a wife, a mom, a pastor, a daughter of a mother with dementia and caregiving, I had to pace myself and give myself grace. That it'll get done when it gets done. And the moment, you know, when God says yes, it'll be there. So one, just kind of pacing myself. And then two, the way that it's impacted me is to realize the people that are in my life. Who've been my cheerleaders? Who've been my coaches? What comrades have walked with me along the way? And then who's championed me? Because, you know, cheerleaders are the people who encourage you when life gets hard.
Yes.
And they remind you who you are when you've forgotten those things. Coaches help you grow. They don't just make you feel better, but they help you become better. Have you ever had a fitness coach before?
Yes.
A trainer?
Yes.
And, you know, they say, give me 10 more, and you look at them like they done lost their doggone mind.
Yeah, that
I don't
happened to me
have
last
10
week.
more. And then you get down there and they start counting, and they always count wrong. Have you noticed they count wrong?
Yes, and they count long.
Yes, they do.
They count long.
But you do it. Some kind of way they can see it in you, and they can mine out of you potential that maybe you don't even know is there. Comrades, they walk beside you. They know your struggles. It's your girlfriend that you can call up after a long day and be like, girl. And she go, girl, I know. And then, you know, the conversation can just go. You don't have to explain a whole lot. They know the struggle. Even if they're not doing different stuff, And then champions are people who use their influence to help you succeed. They mention your name in rooms that you haven't even entered. And so we need all of them to be in the right spaces in our life, and different ones along the way. Let me also say, you don't always have the same coaches. You remember Tiger Woods when he was winning everything and then he got a new coach?
Yes.
And
Yes.
or Serena Williams winning everything and then got a new coach. Why did they do that? Because a coach has taken them as far as that coach can take them, and the next level requires a new somebody that can go the next leg of distance with you.
Yes. Now, in that coaching and leaders, why shouldn't coaches isolate themselves as they are leading?
A lot of times, a lot of successful people actually feel lonely. They have networks, they have followers, they have contacts, but they don't always have genuine community. Because social media connection is not connection.
No, ma'am.
Being surrounded by people does not mean you're supported.
Yes, ma'am.
And so leadership can be really lonely sometimes. And then we ain't even going to talk about the jealousy and the crabs in the bucket and people you think you all of that. We ain't even going to get into all of that. But you have to find genuine people who will speak truth to you, who will mirror who you are. I tell people all the time, I can see my whole body, but I can't see my face.
Yeah.
And so if I come from lunch and I got something green in my teeth, I'm not going to know unless somebody tells me about it, or if my dress is tucked into the back of my underwear and I'm walking down the hall, somebody's got to tell me that, because you can't see everything about yourself. And so it gets really critical that you have people around you that can help point things out, who can hold you accountable, and who can say things to you that are hard and you receive it.
Ooh.
Did you just say oof?
I did, because that's really what I'm having a struggle with right now. Not with regard to being honest with people, because I will be honest with people, because I don't want you to have to come back and say, "Oh, I didn't tell you." However,
right.
Some people take that keeping it real to
Mhm.
weaponize the words that they're saying to you, and it may be true, but how you're saying it doesn't feel good, and you don't have to say it nasty just to say it.
Exactly. No, you're right. You're right. And some people have an ulterior motive as to why they say something.
Yes. Yes.
Because they're kind of jealous of the success you're having, or jealous of the position that you maintain. And so it's a positive compliment with sarcasm underneath it.
That part. The backwards compliment, or I'm telling you this for your own good, but also gut punching me at the same time. Two of those things that's not done in love. And a lot of people don't recognize that, because a lot of people want to be right.
Right.
Versus handing out information. Now, here's one I'm really curious about, because I'm having a complicated relationship with my fellow Tarian. But tell us about your longtime friend and television host, Sherry Shepard, and why she follows your model of success.
Sherry came to my church before she was on The View, and came a few times. She, was just in a place in life, and after church we ended up talking, prayed with her, and she's like, "I got this opportunity, to go on The View, blah 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 blah." Prayed with her, encouraged her, and she came a few more times. She ended up getting it, and I always say I pray that she understands my heart when I say this. She said, whenever I, get some money, I'm gonna send some money back, because you've been helpful to me. I said, "Sherry, you don't have to do that. This is just who I am." And I'd be doggone if Sherry didn't send money back to help us build our church, we're a church today because Sherry Shepard, for a season, sent funds and helped us stay afloat while we were building. And then over the years, I've just supported her, reached out, encouraged her. She's always been one of those people. There's a woman in the Bible who did some stuff with Jesus, and it says in the Bible, everywhere you go, you should talk about how great this woman was to him. Sherry's that person for me that she doesn't even know how valuable she is to me, to be honest, and how much she did. But when I reached out, I said, "Sherry, this is what I'm doing. Tell me, would you be willing to say what you think about me and my leadership style?" And she was gracious enough to endorse the book. And I'm praying for her now. The show just came to an end. I'm praying for her next. because she's funny and powerful, and I'm really grateful that over the course of life, God saw fit to connect us. We don't talk all the time. I don't see all the time. She in New York, but she knows that if she need prayer or anything, that she got me, because I will forever be her champion.
I love that. I love that. And she does keep her word.
Yes, she does.
She does keep her word. Now, what other success stories can you share with us?
Over the course of time, we've planted 6 or 7 churches out of our church with young people. You know how people have, pastors have these churches, but they're building their own kingdom?
Yes.
And these people have to report up to them, give up to them, all of that foolishness. We've trained and released young people all over the world. They're their churches, their flavor of Kool-Aid, how much ever sugar they want to put in that Kool-Aid is their business. We are just a resource for them. Whatever they need, we'll help out. So we've done that with regards to the church side of the house. I've done so many team buildings with churches and organizations and companies just to help them understand how to build teams, how to empower people, how relationship capital is more valuable than people really, realize. Because we spend a whole lot of time building financial capital, but not a whole lot of people deal with the relationship capital.
We use the capital to buy the people.
Right, but it doesn't buy trust, credibility, goodwill, reciprocity, or authentic connection. These are things that really can change our lives from the inside out. And so I spend a lot of time just encouraging people on how to treat folks, how to understand who's supposed to be in your life in this season. And also when seasons change, how do you authentically and honestly and with integrity shift in a relationship without making somebody feel like they're not worthy of you anymore? But your season has changed. And it may come back around in another season. But right now, where I'm going, I need a different set of people to help me get there. And I'm also helping other people, because this is about reciprocity. Don't forget, right? Healthy relationships aren't transactional. They're reciprocal.
Yeah, you're saying a whole lot of things, because I think particularly now, and it may be my age, that I am no longer willing to, I guess, fold myself into a pretzel so that other people can be comfortable, because that also holds me behind, but it also teaches my children how to do the same thing. And I don't want that for them. So that is pretty cool. Where can people purchase your book?
So the book is on Kindle, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Ingram Spark. Anywhere you can buy a book, you can go to it. But the biggest place is Amazon. You can also hit me up at AndreaHumphrey.com or my IG page, which is Dr. P_Dre, which stands for Dr. Pastor Dre, Dr. P_Dre. Facebook is Andrea Carradine Humphrey. Had to throw my middle name in there so my mama wasn't mad. And then, I do churches, community centers. I do training, development, conferences, retreats. I can come in and help, organizations, churches, what have you, with a little bit more intense and specified work for their organization. So I'm just here to help. My kids are 24 and 20. They moved out in January, and I found that my life has shifted, and I can help people. So, this year, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Eswatini, I'm all over the place, just helping people be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to connect with you. Show me your ways. I'm recently, my baby just graduated from high school. My son is a junior in college. I need that roadmap. I need the coaching.
You got me. Whatever you need, you got me.
For sure. And would you give us the socials and your website again, where everybody can find your book and find more information about you?
The book, Cheerleaders, Coaches, Comrades, and Champions, Building the Team That Builds You, is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Ingram Spark, and most major platforms to purchase the book. My IG is Dr. P_Dre, DRE. My Facebook is Andrea Carradine Humphrey, and my website is AndreaHumphrey.com.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, not the original, but the authentic one.
Absolutely. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Front Porch and sharing all of your work and giving us some insight into the work that you have been doing. And I appreciate you for stopping by. Anytime you are in town, you have an open invitation to join us here on the Front Porch. And we look forward to seeing you. And thank you so much for joining us. And I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ms. Kimber. It's been my pleasure. And if you need me, don't forget, hit me up. I got you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too now.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye. That was amazing. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. Hold on, y'all. It's Moving Monday. We about to get to it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are today's headlines for you. Cleanup continues after a confirmed 9 tornadoes touched down in southeast Louisiana last week. Volunteers were in Avondale over the weekend, providing meals and shelter to those who needed it. They also assessed the damage caused by the storms. Happening today, a groundbreaking ceremony for the long-awaited 9th Ward Stadium. The new facility plans to include a turf football field, 3,700 seats, a press box, and a scoreboard. It'll serve as the home for George Washington Carver High School, but will also be open for use to all New Orleans public high schools and middle schools. That groundbreaking ceremony is set for this morning at 11 a.m. And early voting is now over ahead of Saturday's runoff election, and we are getting a better idea of just how many made their voices heard. Statewide, over 151,000 people cast their ballot, a sharp drop compared to the last early voting cycle in May. Over 100,000 less people showed up early to vote compared to last month. And that is a look for you at today's headlines. I'm Elizabeth Kubel for WBOK. Have a great day, everyone.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is partnering with a tech wonderland right in the middle of New York City. It's called Tomorrow, stylized as TM:RW. And it's designed to showcase the tech and innovation of the future.
Robots, dog robots, holograms, headphones, glasses, meta glasses. Just, it's a beautiful place to be. And I think if you're ever in Times Square, you should definitely check it out. In this conversation on Bloomberg, Shaq explained why he decided to throw his money behind the Times Square-based store. Well, I always invest in things that I first believe in and, things that are going to change people's lives. This is something that, there's not really a lot of competition out there. And I know once people come inside the store, they will love what they see and they will fall in love with what they see. Stop by and you might even see Shaq himself, or maybe even a hologram of him. A beautiful, sexy hologram. It's a hologram, a beautiful, sexy hologram. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no, we help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
Join the Good Morning Show this Friday at 8 a.m. to hear from our friends at New Orleans & Company, the official destination sales and marketing organization for New Orleans. Learn more at www.neworleans.com.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Comparing the cost of will, successions, and trusts.
A will might only be a few $100s, but your family could end up paying more in legal fees.
Trust costs more upfront, but saves time, stress, and potentially thousands.
Think of it as paying a little now to avoid a big bill later. Smart planning means big savings for your family. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What we want talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. I hope my people over there who are sitting there holding their tongues because they can't write in the comments will learn some better manners. Do better. Do better. Do better. Anyway, you know what day it is, y'all. It is Movie Monday, and the game goes that if you listen to the clip, you call us and let us know where that clip has come from, and then you take a guess at the theme of the day. The number here again is 504-582-9422. And I think we have our first clip queued up. And if you like to hear, here it go.
You're not my mommy.
504-582-9422. Josh, this is your day to shine. Did you watch the Obama Center opening? Did you watch the Obama Center opening? Did you watch Michelle Obama's speech? How did it make you feel? You don't know? I was. Oh, that
Like, I know Obama cried.
Huh?
I know Barack cried.
Yeah, I mean, she said, you got to look at me. He was like, no, I'm going to look down. And I already knew where that was going to go. But watching that tribute to a wife's tribute to her husband was amazing. I was not boohoo crying, but I definitely was just tears just falling. And it was so good. But I'm going to tell you the best part. When she was going through his accomplishments, and she said, the capture of Osama bin Laden, a peace prize. And you can hear Hillary Clinton cackling so loud. She was so loud. It was the cackle heard around the world. And I loved every bit of it because while in the tone and intonation of how Michelle Obama was presenting the information, it wasn't like she was trying to step on him, but with every accomplishment, she did just that. And how you know he's mad, him meaning the orange guy in the White House, he's trying to make the bottom of the pool, of the reflecting pool, blue, and it's green because it's algae in it. And I want y'all to pay attention. All this money that they are spending on these different projects, it is money laundering. This money is going somewhere else because there is no way that the amount that they said it was going to cost to clean up that pool, it cost that much. After having that pool painted at the bottom and now it's green again, it's really karmic return. All of these awful things he's been doing, and I hope these white people who are losing their benefits finally jump on the right train. But if you don't, you can die on the Trump train. I will be happy to see you go away. Not advocating for your death, but I promise you I won't cry when you go. 504-582-9422. West Bank James.
Good morning. How you doing, Kimber?
I'm doing good. How you doing? Happy belated Father's Day.
Well, I appreciate that very much. I had a wonderful Father's Day.
Absolutely. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear it. You got a guess on this
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna creep in on Josh's days. I think I'm gonna take a stab at this movie.
Okay.
I think that's The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
You got it.
Oh,
You got it. You want to take a
that
guess
was
at the
a pure
theme?
guess. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. You want to take a guess at the theme, or you gonna wait?
I think I'm gonna wait.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good to me. But yes, that is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
All right, guys.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Mark says Michelle Obama is awesome. Barack is brilliant, but she's obviously the brains in the relationship. Listen, that lady, the ability to write is immaculate, and people are catching on and starting to create nicknames for the President Obama Center, and they said the Taj Michelle. Y'all remember the Taj Mahal that was built for his love? The Taj Michelle. And I love every bit about it. Every single bit about it. But yeah, precise with her pen. And I appreciate a good writer. And she definitely captured through her eyes the accomplishments that her husband has amassed, and also highlighting their love through it all. And it was just it was a joy to see. It was a joy to see. And it was also a slap in the face without slapping him in the face. You can't sit with us. And being excluded, I know hurts. Hurts him in particular. Because all he's worried about is somebody likes him. Nobody likes you. I mean, except for your sycophants and the people who like to have sex with children. They do. Like LAVSP and Lo-Fi players. And I got one more other Ku Klux Klan member, but I'm going to be cool for a second. I'm telling y'all, you come over here with the foolishness, I'm going to let you live twice. After that, ask. Strong boundaries. Very strong boundaries over here. Very, very confident in my boundaries, and don't care if you like it or not. Because I got to like me at the end of the day. And if you're talking crazy, you got to go. And that's that on that. Chuck says the White House used to recognize Pride Month the White House used to recognize Pride Month at the White House under the Obama and Biden administrations, but has turned into a UFC affair with fights by junker. No, listen, let me stop. Chuck, they don't recognize Pride Month, but are actually having pride activities on the lawn. That wrestling UFC match was gay. Gay. You want to be all on top and grunged underneath each other? I could show you that in a nightclub. A gay nightclub. Y'all like boys. You like eroticism, and you want to hunt your boys, but your performance of heterosexuality won't allow you to. Is gay. Yep. Stop assuming everybody is straight. And for this person over here on Instagram, I'm trying to give you a pass. You might want to sit with it for a second. But yeah, a whole cage match on the White House lawn, dudes up on top of dudes, queer. In the very list. And the very list, the B in the LGBTQIA. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to get your lives together. And the fact that y'all don't see the phallic response to the people who are running and with their mouths open to the dude wearing the diaper is crazy to me. Crazy. Poop and all. Crazy to me. We really got to do better. And again, most people are not reprimanded with their bad behavior or brought attention to it. You just let them keep going and they get worse over time. Got to stop doing that. Yes, Mark. Every living president was there except the turd. And yeah, Josh, I'm with you on that. I'm with you when you're right. You say, let's be honest. She's Claire Huxtable and real. She's better than that. No shade to the mythical person of Claire Huxtable, but she's better because it's in real life. It's crazy, insane, insane. I cannot. So you got that other movie queued up? All right, we got one movie in the can, and we have one more coming up. You know what day it is? It's Movie Monday. And if you like to hear it, of course, here you go.
Why are you acting like a stranger?
That is exactly what I am to you, a stranger.
504-582-9422. Y'all, I've been having, when I say I had a blast this weekend, dancing with my kid. First of all, it was a gig. She don't know gig life. And I did have a gig last year. But that idea of doing that, I've long since passed. But it was really cool to dance with her and also dance with women who I have danced with since I was 17 or 18 years old. You all met Michelle when she was on the porch. She did a portion of the choreography along with Adia Harris, who led the choreography for the song at the Freedom Ball with Fox and Rob. It was a really good celebration, and they have done so much work. They've done so much work to work with other people who are incarcerated to get them out, because many of their documents or many of the information that bound them to the jail were flawed. And they've been doing this work since, I want to say, 2014, and they're continuing to do the work. They do have a documentary that is on Amazon. It's called Time 2 with a Roman numeral. Look it up. Go have a watch. Run it up and see some of the work that has been done and the work that is continuing to be done, for real. Mark, you didn't know? Charity said, Kimber, you really know how to dance. I've only been teaching dance for 31 years. That sounds insane to say, too. I've been teaching dance since, no, it's longer than that. I've been teaching dance since 93. Well, I did student teaching 2 years before that. And so, yeah, once I graduated, I've been teaching dance since 93. I've taught dance beyond the state, out the country. Yeah, I do this. I just don't do it often. I'm old. My body old, too. That's part of the reason why I had to take a break from it. It's too much wear and tear, and also too many different directions. But, yeah, no, I don't be telling y'all Florence Filt. I really I kind of do a lot of stuff, y'all. I know I can't show it all here. Y'all know I love education, everything about it. You know I am I am very much into uplift of our community through whatever way you have to get there. Like, really, everybody's expression is not the same. As you all know, my son is a musician, but he started out as a budding gymnast, and he can dance very well, and he can sing, but he won't do either right now. I don't know. I think one of his bandmates is working on it, and my daughter, she is a musician as well as a dancer. All of that, those expressions help to build different neural pathways in your mind and allow for you to excel in other areas. And it also gives you some peace when you are overwhelmed. I know if I need to work something out of my body, or if I need to change my energy, if I dance or I sing, within 30 minutes, I'm going to feel great. I might be a little tired, and this might be what I need to have a little bit of exhaustion. But after that, I'm wonderful. I feel great. So find out what your passion is. I know some people, their passion is writing. I love to write, but my focus is trash. When I say it's trash, I am so between the perimenopause and the ADHD, my focus is garbage. And if I don't have the space to settle myself to write, I can't. But I do love to express myself through the written form. Just I don't have the time. But find out what your thing is, right? Find out what your art is. It could be cooking. It could be graphic design. Whatever. If you're not sure, get yourself a coloring book. You may have some some artistry to give yourself or to give yourself a release. For sure. Please do that. Find your space. So we played that clip. Did we get a call yet? No. The number here is 504-582-9422. Chuck, you said I made great points. I mean, show me where I'm wrong. Because it is homoerotic. Like, that need to be up on somebody else's body like that is gay. I know. It's not gay, it's manly. It's gay. I don't care how you slice it. A boxing match, okay. That wrestling, I don't know. I don't know. I know that in many sports, everybody has to perform masculinity, and people don't necessarily come out, but it's more gay people in those sports than not, especially the more aggressive ones. So when people are beating their chests with all the masculine talk, I see queer, closeted queer. Because if you are straight, there's no announcement needed. It is what it is. And when people are telling you that they are not straight, they're telling you that they identify or have attraction to other people, is what it is. And 9 times out of 10, when people are telling you that, they're not telling that because they're attracted to you. Like, not. Yes, Mark, with them little bikini draws on up against each other. Gay. Gay. What about football? There are gay people in football. Matter of fact, wasn't it the openly gay football player that recently died? Or was it basketball? It was basketball. But I mean, they have them. They did have a black openly gay football player. I remember when he came out. But there's so many queer men inside the NFL, the NCAA, the NBA, the what is that, FIFA, the soccer. The queers have been around forever. It's just that y'all now are hyper focused because you think that you have some sort of hierarchy above them, and you don't. Actually, you're worse because judging other people is not your job. Stop being goofy. 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam.
Good morning, darling. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just enjoying the breeze off the front porch.
Good. You want to take a guess at the movie?
This is kind of hard. I was thinking about the theme because the hand that rocks the cradle. I was thinking more like movies. I don't know what the other movie is, but movies with that have obsessions, that obsess with certain things.
Is a movie about obsessions and obsessions with certain things?
Shucks.
Well,
okay.
Listening. Keep listening.
All right, baby.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What did y'all do for your your dads and your granddads on yesterday?
I went by my grandfather.
Uh-huh.
And we had lunch. Yes. So it was his wife and my mom and my sister and my brother. Yeah. So we all sat around and we cooked and put some stuff together.
Mm-hmm. Y'all do so nice on Sundays. Is this like a Sunday thing? Every Sunday y'all get together?
Not every Sunday. Because sometimes my grandpa go to church on his own.
No, okay. He go to the earliest service? He goes to the earliest service?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. See, that early service, I'm telling you, that's my jam. 7:30 service, and I tell you no lie, as a teenager and as a younger person, early service, no, because my friend's gonna be at the 11 o'clock service. Now, let's go as early as we can, and we out of there. That's a wrap for real. And with CJ playing on the West Bank one of the churches that we attend is down the street from our house. So I'll bring him to the church where he's playing and go on to my church and have a good old time. Get him and everybody's home. Yes, good times. But yeah, I'm curious, what is the name of that movie that was played? 504-582-9422. But we're going to take this break. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Just how badly did Trump trash the White House? Well, let me count the ways. The New York Times editorial describes the UFC Freedom 250 blood sports event on the White House lawn as a garish spectacle of American decline. The Independent News op-ed condemned the event as an unserious American cage fight. That's right, a $60 million UFC-sponsored brawl on the White House lawn to celebrate Trump's 80th birthday and a tribute to the nation's 250th anniversary. The country's 250th anniversary notwithstanding, this was all about Trump, along with the billionaire sycophants and others who came to pay homage to the would-be king. As a former CBS News White House correspondent, I'm accustomed to the pomp and circumstance of ceremonial receptions held in honor of dignitaries, both national and international. But I was stunned to see the People's House transformed into a beer-chugging brawl fest devoid of class and dignity. There were fights inside the ring, and then there was a drunken brawl outside the ring that resulted in an arrest. But perhaps the lowest point of the event occurred when UFC fighter Josh Hokett stood in the middle of the ring and called former First Lady Michelle Obama a man. The White House offered no apology. Nonetheless, the comment by Hokett drew widespread criticism. The remark, of course, is untrue, transphobic, and racist. But remember, Trump has also disparaged the Obamas, even posting an image of the former president and former First Lady as primates on social media. In addressing the insults regarding the Obamas and the debacle on the White House lawn, podcaster Charlemagne the God put it best, saying, "The Obamas set a masterclass standard for decency, poise, and intelligence. And now, with Trump, that bar is in hell." This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Movie Monday. We got somebody on the line. Let's see what we got. What up, Josh?
Man, I thought Pam said it, but I guess she didn't say it.
No, she did not.
Well, like she got it.
No, she
The
did not.
that movie was upset.
Yes, it was. You want to take a guess at the theme?
Is it Staying Day Crazy White Women? Because that's what they was in these movies. Crazy white women. If it's not, it should have been. It should have been.
Is it crazy white?
It should have been though, because both of these movies, crazy white women.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Am I lying?
No, I have no argument with you on there. Happy Father's Day to you. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I enjoy my Father's Day.
Did the babies do stuff for you yesterday? Did they cook at least?
Kids are homeless people. They broke.
Not they homeless.
But they got nothing to offer me. Nothing.
Did they draw you a card on construction paper at least?
No. You know, I don't partake in those gifts. If you don't have a brand new Bugatti waiting for me outside, what are we doing?
Josh, you're doing too much.
I want too much, yes.
You're doing too much.
I want too much. They went a day on this earth without being hungry for over 20 years. They have had somewhere to sleep for over 20 years. I don't deserve nothing like a Bugatti. I don't deserve a Bugatti because of that.
Do they have a Bugatti? I would think they would get one for themselves
first. What did they do to get a Bugatti?
But that's what I'm saying. How they gonna get you one?
That's what I'm saying. You had 20 plus years to even figure that out. 20 plus years to figure it out. You could have done that. People making crazy money on the internet nowadays.
Lord have mercy, Josh.
He could buy his dad a Bugatti. Drewski could buy his dad a Bugatti.
Okay. All right.
Can't do that for your old dad. It's cool. I guess I ain't worth showing your feet on the internet for
a Bugatti though, Josh.
Yes. Kimber.
No.
They never missed a meal for over 20 plus years. Never. Got gifts, birthday presents, gifts every year for over 20 plus years. It's still going. I done spun about 3 Bugattis worth of money now.
But how many of them is there?
2.
That's a lot of money still to come up with.
That's
2.
If you split it up, like I told you, if I ain't worth showing your feet on the internet for, then I ain't worth it then. If you can't show your feet on the internet for your dad, so my daughter and my son, they both could have done it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Made a few $1 million. If you got me a used Bugatti, I'll take a used one.
What?
We make all the sacrifices, Kim.
No, a Bugatti is not the request. Never.
Well, you know what? If you want to shortchange your motherhood, so be it. I'm not the one to stop.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous. I think that's a fair exchange.
It's not, but sure.
What's ridiculous is doing that and getting nothing in return. That's ridiculous.
I guess.
Nothing?
I guess.
In return, Kimber?
That's way too much.
Your kid's gotten you nothing in return.
That is a ridiculous ask.
No, Kimber, you to me, you lowballing yourself. You not only fed him every day, housed him, gave him gifts, taught him how to play instruments. You still driving that boy to his gigs.
What?
Your daughter and got her a summer job and taught her how to ride the bus. All that. Just off the past year alone. You deserve at least a Lamborghini, Kim. So if you want to shortchange yourself, so be it. Who am I to make you feel valued?
I guess.
No?
Well, thank you for that, Josh.
I deserve it.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome, but it's not about you today. It's about me. I want my Bugatti.
Well, I'm going to get this next line. Thank you for your contribution to the conversation. We're going to talk to you later, all right? Later.
All right, bye.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, babe, I'm going to try again on the theme. Could it possibly be psychotic movies?
Is it psychotic movies?
Golly, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, babe.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, you got another one queued up? Just maybe somebody might be able to eke this out. Hello. How y'all doing? DiCaprio, did I answer your question about what I thought about people who play football? I think, well, not I think, I know that there are gay football players. In terms of, do I think it's a gay sport? No, but I also think the actions in it are homoerotic. All that butt patting, gay. Very gay. To me. Now, I know y'all may feel like that's an encouragement, but let's dig into why y'all think that's an encouragement. Cause why you can't high five me? You gotta pat me on the butt? Another dude? That's weird. I don't know. It's odd. That's a weird I don't know why that's supposed to be seen as encouraging. Cause if you pat me on my butt, I'm gonna turn around and swing on you. Cause why are you first of all, why are you touching me? Because I really do have issues with being overstimulated and people reaching out to touch me. That in and of itself is bothersome. But yeah, no, why we gotta slap butts? We don't do that. And I mean, I'm not a athlete with regard to the ball sports, but cheering, tumbling, I played volleyball. I tried to play basketball. I don't think I still can dribble and run at the same time. I know I can do it slowly, but I'm not good at that. You just gonna have to get me to the line to shoot, and that's as good as I can do. Yeah. Let's see. What am I missing? Some of the WWE dudes are definitely sissies. I mean, it's acting, it's theater, but all of that needing to have your pelvis up against another dude's butt or sword the sword is weird to me. I don't know. Based on the performative masculinity that y'all have to perform, if y'all be talking about this, the broken wrist is gay because it makes you think that those people are gonna be smashing. Well, actually having your pelvis up against somebody's butt is gay. So I don't know. I don't know how y'all rationalize that. There's got to be cognitive dissonance on that piece. But with all that being said, I don't think we're gonna get that last movie. Y'all have done pretty decent with the movies, because it is about that time for us to get out of here. I want to thank you all for giving us 3 hours of your life that you will never get back and engaging in the conversation. It's been a great one. I want to thank you to Pastor Dr. Dr. Dre Humphrey for joining us here on the Front Porch and sharing information about her book, which is called Cheerleaders, Coaches, Comrades, and Champions. Y'all, practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody else because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm your host, Kimbo White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared Bro. You can meet us over at Red Bee Monday, over at Maroon, and we are going to see y'all on the flip. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. Bye.